Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Nathan. Just want to say good evening, everyone, both East and West Coast. If you guys are enjoying your day today, right here on Monday, if you guys are starting the week out very positive, very bright. And for this video tonight, of what I want to talk to you guys about is some news updates for the 24th of January 2022, right here on my channel, streaming live on StreamYard as well on YouTube. Um, for this video tonight, we have three things to talk about as always, guys. One of them is from supernews.net to start us off, and also the last story from supernews.com. Even the last one is big news. Those of you who have not heard about it, because it does involve someone who just exited a show or who was about to exit a show that's on CBS. So stay tuned for that. But let's get into the first one, and this is YNR alum Tammy Sursok joins Neighbors. Posted Monday, January 24, 2022, on Monday, which is today, at the beginning of this week, and it says, Tammy Sursok, Home and Away, Pretty Little Liars, Who We in the U.S. Show World, with her family members, as Colleen Carlton on The Young Russes has landed on a role on the Australian soap opera Neighbours. Sursok took to Instagram and loaded her fans up with many details about how gay as she could. In various postings, she gave fans a peek of her wardrobe test, a look at the cover page of one of her scripts, and in a video, she shared that the role would, quote, take a month or so to shoot, and described the role as, quote, a little bit before my next show. Sursok will temporarily relocate to complete her 6 weeks of filming that is expected to wrap up in March. It is evident that Sursok is obsessed with her new exciting role, and we're just as excited for her. And on Instagram, she posted pictures of herself backstage for her new role on Neighbor. So make sure you guys check it out on her Instagram, Tammin Sursok. Let's go to the next one. This next one is all about someone who made his return to Israel Lives as recently, and is none other than Kevin Spartans, who plays Craig Craig Wesley on Days of Our Lives. Okay, and let's get this one interview. Cameron Spartaz on Day's Return. Posted January 24th, 2022, 2:31 p.m. this afternoon. Cameron Spartaz is surprising the world after Craig Wesley, the first time since the last West reunion on the Dual Lab in 2019 on the network started in 2009. His comeback started with a phone call. Quote, I was in the car late last summer and I saw Marie and Sarah's casting name pop up. Calls. Quote, and I knew because they don't just call me from the casting office unless there's something going on. And people were coming back to the show. We started hellos, and then Marine said, quote, I'd love to bring you back on the cameras for a while. And I said, great. You just said it's a great story. I mean, why not go back and have some fun? It's blessed that the work is still there. I feel grateful for that. Once they arrived on set, the Spartans was reunited with some familiar faces, including Patricia Naro, Nancy, and Naya Borges and Chloe. Quote, we're like family, smiles. Quote, I got to see a lot of people and got to catch up with a lot of people. However, we're doing it through the veil of COVID-19. We're not allowed to mingle and not allowed to hang out together. You sit in your room and find a way to rehearse outside the studio. But we make it work, and I love seeing everybody. You can guys read the rest of the interview right here on silverdice.com. It says interview Kevin Spurr talks on Day's Return. He talks about how he returned to Israel Lives, his experience there since coming back, like I read just now, and other things too. And so I think you guys will enjoy this interview a lot. And last, please, guys, when I mentioned you guys earlier about this person exiting a CBS show, Prime Time, that was announced today. It's a shocker, and I think you guys will be surprised and kind of sad as well. But here we go. The latest. Julia McMahon exits FBI Most Wanted. January 24, 2022, 11:51 p.m. this morning. And it says, Julia McMahon, exiting another role, has announced his departure from FBI Most Wanted. The actor who plays the series Lee Jacks will depart the series on March 8th. The actor has been with the show since he debuted in 2020. They released a statement on Dylan.com, which reported his departure exclusively, saying, quote, Over the past 2 months, the producers of FBI Most Wanted and I have had discussions about my departure from the show in favor of additional career pursuits and the transition of my character to across. These ongoing conversations have given us opportunity to appreciate the seamless and productive way through the show. I would like to express the gratitude and admiration I've had working with assistant producers Dick Wolf, Peter Nikolsky. I'm extremely proud of the work we have done together in the development of this show, and my character Jess at the top of the professional experience list. I wish the show and the cast and crew the great success in the future. I am grateful to have the opportunity to play Jess. He's a good man. Okay, guys, as always, we're going to go through this beginning and first, last, top to bottom. And let's go to the first one, guys. Runner alum Tammin Sursat joins Neighbors. This is a role that she will be playing in a couple of months, and I'm glad she has something to do. I'm glad she's back at work. I do miss her as Colleen Carlton on Y&R The Restless, even though her Colleen was not my favorite. I did like her as Colleen, and though I will always go to the original Colleens in a way because the first two were great. But for Tammin Sursat, I'm glad she's at Neighbors. And I never got a chance to see Neighbors that much, just a little bit, but I'm just for a return. Now she's on there as well. So I wish her all the best in career May forward. Next up, Mr. Kevin Spiritas on Days of Our Lives return as Craig Wesley. Yes, he's back on Days of Our Lives, and it seems as if from what I'm seeing in the scenes between him, Nancy, and Chloe, it seems like he is keeping secret that he is either gay or bisexual, and that's going to be very shocking, especially for Nancy as well, because as we all know, Nancy and Craig both love each other. When Nancy came to Salem with Chloe, Kevin found out that Chloe was his biological daughter, and Nancy and Craig got together. They got married, and since then, the two of them have been together for a very long time. And now this time, it's going to be difficult for her to really grasp that. What Craig will tell her. I think obviously either he's gay or bisexual, but that's going to be tough for not only Nancy but also for Chloe too. I mean, because for Chloe, this is her dad, and I think for Kevin, he feels in a way that he doesn't want to let both of them down, but he knows that they're going to be maybe embarrassed, shocked, and maybe a little bit angry that he kept this from them. But the scene should be very interesting for them to play out when it happens. I think maybe in next week or the week after. But I'm glad he's back on Days of Our Lives, and because we have not seen Craig in a very, very long time, and I would like to see him mix it up with some of the characters on the show, such as Kayla, who's the chief of staff. He can work at the hospital, and Trip, and many others there too. And last but not least, guys, shocking news: Julian McMahon exits FBI Most Wanted. Yes, for those of you that didn't know, he was on another role as Ian. And I've seen some of FBI Most Wanted. I see him on there. He does a great job with the role playing Jesse, who, like Julian Mann said, he's a good guy. And I'm gonna miss him on the show. I appreciate all the hard work he's really put on there on that show. And because the FBI franchise really, was I think really kicking the high gear. I think last year or the year after that, where we got to see. A new franchise on Dick Wolf, where he Law and Order was his baby on MD, and now we have the FBI franchise on CBS. So see what happens moving forward with Jesse's departure from the show, and I do want to wish Julie McMahon the very best in his career moving forward. I do hope that he either he comes back to maybe daytime or he has prime time or moving in even big screen stuff coming out. But tell me, guys, think about this. You like it? Do you not like it? Are you more neutral about Y&R alum Tammin Sursat joins Neighbors? Kevin Spiritas on Days Return in the interview on Superdesk.com. And also, what are your thoughts on Julie McMahon exiting FBI Most Wanted? I'll see all of you guys tomorrow and the rest of the week. We're still on those updates. The 25th of January 2022. And I am out. Don't forget to subscribe, share, spread the channel as always, and